All right, let's talk about the Las Vegas Raiders. They got some interesting selections here in this past draft. Alex Leatherwood at 17th overall, which I think everyone agrees is maybe a little bit of a reach. Even though I still think there are several other teams that might have considered him in the first round, taking him at 17th overall, even in the high-end projections, probably a little bit too high. But you're going to play him at right tackle, so you get starting caliber right tackle out of that pick. It's really not that big of a deal. And then you get Trayvon Merrick at 43rd overall. And this is a guy who fell because of some medical concerns, but that's a starting caliber safety. I mean, that's a guy who's going to go out there and be your free safety, pair him up with Jonathan Abram, and you'll feel perfectly fine with that. And you still got guys like Jeff Heath, who's going to come off your bench now instead of being a starter. So you have to feel good about that pick. Malcolm Kuntz is a developmental guy that I like, just don't like him as the third-round pick, which is where they took him at 79th overall. That's a bit of a reach. Devon Diablo, a safety linebacker hybrid. I know a lot of people have liked coming up to the draft. Really started to build some steam there, taking 80th overall. Not a big fan of that pick either. This guy does not have necessarily great athleticism, and I think that sometimes those tweeners kind of get stuck there and don't end up being very productive in the NFL. I think he might be one of those guys. Tyree Giuseppe. I don't know why I keep messing that name up. I've always done that, even in the pre-draft process. Taking the 4th round, 143rd overall, safety out of Missouri. That's kind of a similar box safety. They could get maybe some reps out of him in the slot. I just don't like that fit too much. But he's similar to being a box safety, and you already have Abram in your roster. You're not going to take him off the field. So I was a little confused by that pick, and you now have taken arguably three safeties in one draft, so that's a little bit odd. Obviously, Diablo will be playing linebacker, but still. Diablo reminds me a lot of the Tanner Muse pick, though, last year. So I'm wondering, took Tanner Muse in the 3rd round last year, Diablo in the 3rd round this year. I'm wondering who's going to see playing time with that duo. And then Nate Hobbs, cornerback from Illinois in the 5th round. And then you get developmental offensive line in the 7th round who might even not make the active roster. We'll see. Although he actually probably will, considering how the offensive line looks right now for Las Vegas. So we'll see how that plans out. I'm giving them a C-. I know it's unfortunate, but I just don't know. You get so many guys who are tweeners or so many guys who are just stacking the safety position. I just don't know what to do with this roster, man. I just really don't. They got some decent UDFAs. Matt Bush from BYU, Trey Rangas, a running back. So there were some good UDFAs. You picked up Darius Stills from West Virginia as well. But I just can't get behind this class. Even if you add in the UDFAs, I think it's still only a C, maybe a C+ at most.